My widowed father made his lifelong dream come true and moved to Israel a few years ago. He lived in Jerusalem and he started dating and met a lovely widow. And fortunately, he heeded my sister's advice, which was, please don't marry somebody the same age as your children. They got married a couple years ago and they live a happy, active life, as active as my 81-year-old father can be with his foot issues. He's still able to come visit us a few times a year in the States, but my sister and I thought it'd be fun if we took our families and went to visit him over the recent winter break. His wife was gracious enough, my father's wife, to offer us her home for all of us to stay in because it could accommodate all of us. Now, while they're married and they live together, they split their time between my father's apartment, which is more modern, during the week, and on the weekend they stay at her lovely, older, attached home, which is directly across from the old city in Jerusalem. It's spectacular. But things didn't go according to the plan. They ended up staying, instead of staying at my father's place as they had planned, they ended up staying with us the whole time. You know, better to spend quality time together, have coffee together in the morning, have meals in between our comings and goings. Between my sister and I, we have 7 kids, ages 13 to 20, so we were out a lot. The thing about her place, while it is beautiful with a rich history, is that it doesn't have a streamlined modern design. It has stone floors and a lot of stairs. Not just regular stairs. These were random, uneven, unpredictable stairs where you couldn't quite remember where they were. It really felt quite hazardous. So the morning after we arrived, I went and took a much needed shower. My father, his wife, my husband, and my oldest son were in the kitchen hanging out. And after my shower, I was slowly making my way down the stairs, clad only in a towel. I think you know where this is going. Before I knew it, I lost my footing. My feet went out from under me. My towel went flying. And bam, I landed a shaken, naked mess. There was alarm and concern around me, and luckily the adrenaline picked me up, and I went running to the room where, in the privacy of my own room, I could examine to see if I had any injury. Fortunately, it was just my ego that was shattered. My husband came to check on me. He was concerned amid fits of laughter. And once he saw I was okay, he tried to be kind, but he was like, it really wasn't your most graceful moment. I was so embarrassed. Why couldn't I fall outside while I was walking on the street, fully clothed in front of strangers and be anonymously embarrassed? No, I had to fall naked in front of my elderly father, his new wife, who I barely knew. It was awful. But, oddly, they didn't seem to, either they didn't notice the spectacular fall, my father and his wife, or they were trying to protect my dignity, but they never mentioned it again. And my son never mentioned it either, so I thought, great, it's behind me. Until my sister arrived a day later. And I thought, well, she'll really appreciate the laugh. So I told her the story of the fall. Who doesn't love physical humor? And my husband got to enjoy it as if it just happened, laughing again. Isn't that how you want your spouse to react when they see you naked? My sister could really appreciate it because she was getting used to our accommodations and trying not to break her neck on a minute-to-minute basis. Of course we were gracious guests and we were so happy that she offered us her home, but we really wanted to say, how do you live in this death trap, and are you trying to kill our father? We joked every morning and be like, did you fall in the middle of the night when you got up to go to the bathroom? I asked my son, did you know that I fell the other day? And he said, well, yeah, I saw you out of the corner of my eye. He confessed. I was mortified. My heart dropped. They say that women lose all modesty when they go through childbirth, and I've had 4 kids, so I didn't really care for me that he saw me naked, but I am pretty sure that my 20-year-old son still has his modesty, especially when it comes to seeing his mother naked. I am so sorry you had to see that, I told him. It's almost as bad as walking in on your parents having sex, and I knew he could never unsee it. Let me assure you, there's not a 10 underneath these clothes. There are lumps and bumps and scars and things that no son should ever see. Fortunately, he didn't want to talk about it anymore, and that was fine with me. So I wrapped myself at the only thing I had left, which was a shred of dignity, and made a vow that on the next family vacation, I would be certain to pack a bathrobe.